Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name's Anthony and in today's video we're going to talk about something really interesting, and if you're starting your own brand or if you're getting into fashion, it's something that you really do need to understand, and that is margins and how to price the garments that you are producing. Now there's a lot of things that goes into margins and how to work out the prices of the garments that you're going to be putting out there for the public to buy. Now if you get your margins right, you can potentially make a lot of profit on the garments that you're selling, and when you come to renegotiate and you increase quantities and things like that, then there's even more profit to have when you're starting a fashion business. But you need to understand margins if you want to be a fashion designer, and if you're starting your own brand, margins are everything, because basically margin is your profit, hence the name profit margin. But yeah, but if you're new to this channel, hello, my name's Anthony. I'm a fashion designer with over 10 years experience working for both branded and fast fashion, and even some high end as well. And this channel is dedicated to helping you become the best fashion designer possible, while also giving you some sneak peek behind the scenes on what actually goes on in fashion business, like some of my vlogs where I take you on inspiration trips or I take you into the office on a day in the life of a fashion designer. So let's first of all talk about what is a margin and why it's important. Well, first of all, your margin is your net profit minus all your costs. So it's basically whatever you're selling the garment at, say it's like £30, minus your cost, which is £15, that's a 50% margin. But there's a lot of stuff that goes into it before you can work out your margin, and I'm going to go through that all in a bit. And why is it important? Well, if you're running a business, you need to know how much profit you can potentially make per garment, and also as you scale the business, where you need to be cutting back to make more profit. If you don't know, I am on a mission to start my own brand. Now I've already done a video on what my brand's gonna look like, and also I've done a video on how to find suppliers. If you wanna go and watch them, I'll link them in the description down below. So because I'm trying to start my own business, I thought it'd be a great example to show you one of my t-shirts, what it costs me to produce all the little bits and bobs that go into the t-shirt, and what kind of profit margin I can expect to earn based on different prices of the garment. And if I scale the business in the future and trying to get to a certain target price, what kind of margin I can make then. And everything I'm going to show you, I have built kind of like this little sheet that I will be selling on my Etsy. If you want to go and purchase it, I'll leave links to my Etsy in the description below, along with a direct link to this form so you can fill it out for yourself. Okay, so let's just jump straight onto the sheet so I can show you everything and show you how to work it out and why it's important. So this is the costing sheet. Now, as I've mentioned, if you do want to go and purchase it, it will be available on my Etsy shop, and it will be quite a low price of maybe £3. So very cheap, very affordable, and very easy to use. Now, on this sheet, it lists everything that goes onto the garment. So if I just run down the list, you've got your back net label, the rubber badge, the t-shirt in its entirety because I've gone to a stock supplier. You've got your printing and assembly. You've got your post bags, your stickers, your tissue paper, your branded tapes, postage, so when I send it to the customer, because I want to include that, I don't want people to pay for postage and packaging, so that all needs to be encompassed within the price of the garment as well. The swing ticket and the duties and fees to get all of these different products into the country. At the bottom, I've also got business costs, so the website, the marketing, and the insurances that I will be needing to start my business. Now, there are other costs when starting a business, like setting up the names, the domains, and all of that sort of stuff, and it's not really included on this, but you can include all of that in the business costs, so you know month by month how much you need to earn and take off when you're selling your products. So if I just go through, and I'll go through each and every kind of cost and why it's there and where it is on the garment as well. Now the first is the back neck label. Now this is the thing that goes on the back neck, and it's branded. I ordered 100 of these at a cost of £111.50, and I've divided that £111.50 by 100 to get £1.12 per label. Now obviously if you buy in bulk and you buy higher quantities, this price will eventually come down, probably by half, because 100 units in fashion is not a lot of units. Next is the rubber badges. Now this was £153.16. I actually negotiated that price down from 200, so that was some savvy work, and that is for 50 badges. From there, it's the t-shirts. Now I bought 35 t-shirts, and including the postage and packaging, it was £10 and 2 pence per t-shirt. Now these are stock t-shirts. I think because I ordered over 25, the price went from like £11 to £9 or something, but including the postage and packaging, it works out around £10, 2 pence each. Now as you can see, it's already mounting up the amount. So we're not even finished yet. We've got printing and assembly, which is £321 for the 35 t-shirts. And that works out at £9.17 each, because I need someone in the UK to get the tees, print what I want printed on it, attach the rubber badge, attach the backnet label, also attach any swing tickets or any packaging that it needs to come into onto that garment. And for that printing and assembly, it's going to cost £321 for the 35 t-shirts that I'm making. So from there, the post bags, they were £55 and 80 pence. I got 100 of them, which works out at 56p per post bag. From there, I've got stickers that I'm going to put on, which was £21 and 5 pence, and I got 120 of them, which works out at 18 pence per sticker. From there, I got tissue paper, which was £114 for 250 pieces of tissue paper, which works out around 46 pence per tissue piece. From there, I also got some branded tape that I will be using, and that was £32.79, and that was for 60 metres basically. I'll be using maybe a metre per package, which works out at 55 pence per metre. Also the postage, now we will be using Royal Mail, and that works out at £4 and 35 pence per garment, so I've only wrote one in this column. And then I've also had to pay freelancers to do certain things on the garment, and that was for each garment. So it was basically £200 to do some artwork and some other bits and bobs. Divided that by the 35, which gives each t-shirt around £5 and 71 in terms of labour for the design and all of that sort of stuff. So in total, I have spent over £1,364 and 20 pence on 35 t-shirts, which is a lot of money, especially considering that it's such small quantities. But because it is small quantities, that's why it's so high. So if you think about it, per t-shirt, I've spent £35 and 17 pence, taking into account all of the things that is going on this t-shirt. Now I will say, I haven't bought swing tickets and I haven't paid duties and fees yet because the t-shirts haven't arrived yet. And because I'm going to be selling them online and it's only going to be sold through my website for now, I don't want to add the cost on to do a swing ticket when it's not really necessary. However, if I do go into stores in the future, I will work on swing tickets and barcodes and all of that, which will need to be factored in, which will lower my overall margin because I'm not going to increase the price because I've added a swing ticket. Now, how do you work out your margin? Well, once you've got everything together, so once you've worked out how much each individual backnet label is, rubber badge, the t-shirts, all of that sort of stuff, what you have to do is divide the amount of money that you've spent on it, including your postage and packaging, by the units that you've bought of it. So for example, the backnet label was £111 and 50 pence, divided by 100, which gave me that £1 and 12 pence. Once you've worked all of that out for each individual thing that is going on the garment and added all of them individual costs up, you get the price per garment, which for me, as I've said, is £35 and 17 pence. So basically, to work out my margin, I first have to work out my profit. So I have laid out this smaller table here. So it's basically the price that I want to sell it at, which is £60, minus the cost of the garment. So basically, there's a formula in here that adds up all of these numbers here to give me the total price, which is also down here as well. And then there's another formula in here which minuses the £35.17 from the 60, which gives me my profit. And then I have another formula in here, which is basically working out the percentage. So basically, it's this number of profit divided by this to give you your overall percentage. At the current rate that I am producing these garments, it's costing me £35.17, which gives me a margin of 41.5 0.39%. Now, that might seem like quite high to some people to work on a 40% margin. However, in fashion, the average is to be anywhere between 65 and 75% margin. So if I want to hit the medium amount of that, which is 70% margin, I would have to produce my garments, and I've done another calculation here, for £18 and still sell them at 60, which actually is a lot more doable than you think. However, the quantities need to be higher, and that's when I wouldn't be producing things in the UK. They would all be done, well, it might be in the UK, but it just might be done at a central source. I do already have suppliers set up that can make in China or in Portugal or anywhere like that could hit the target of £18 for the garments, including the shipping, postage and packaging and all of that sort of stuff. And the profit per one, when I get to that point, would be £42 per garment, which hits that 70% margin. Now, as I've said, there are other costs that comes with starting a brand, which includes these at the bottom, which is not included in your overall margin. So these are just the margins for the garment, not the total business costs. So you might have other costs associated, but I currently have websites, marketing and insurance, but you might have other things like wages or debt or anything like that needs to be paid back before you can actually take the profit from the business. Not including wages or anything like that, my current running cost is £115 a month. So if I divide that by the £24.83 that's profit, I would need to sell a minimum of 5 garments, so 5 t-shirts a month, to just break even before I can take any profit. Now, if you include wages and things like that in there, I've got to sell a lot more. But at the moment, I just want to break even with this. Now, as I say, I'm only starting with 35 garments, so that's why the price per garment is so high. And as I go and buy more units of different styles, that's when my costs start to come down and I'll start making more profit. And eventually, maybe I'll be able to pay myself a wage. We'll see. Who knows? But as I say, if you want to go and purchase this sheet, it is on my Etsy shop. I will fill out some basic information, so I'll put the backnet label, the t-shirts, you know, printing and assemblies, the post bags, all of that sort of stuff. I'll blank everything out so you can fill out your own information and add some extra columns in at the bottom so you can add more if you want to. I'll keep the business costs in and keep all of the formulas in there. So as you're typing it in, it should automatically work it out for you. But yes, if you want to go and purchase it, it will be on my Etsy shop. But for now, that's it for this video. If you liked it, give it a big thumbs up and don't forget to hit that beautiful red subscribe button down below. Please also check out my Etsy shop where you can buy cards and vectors to help support you in your everyday design life, and you can buy this beautiful spreadsheet that I've worked on to work out your margins. Otherwise, I'll see you here every Thursday with a brand new video. Alright, okay, thanks for watching. Right, bye. Tra tra tra. Bye.